Hello, Sweet Tooth and Flutter Pyrox is here. Gonna play more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Toddle's an Ace Attorney.
You're an Ace Attorney.
Too bad you're the Ace Attorney already.
Alright.
Mr. Rope.
I can't believe it! Acro. Pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. To think, he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Ahem.
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did. But, I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal.
Okay.
You're gonna ignore me after when all this trouble would bring you some evidence. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway.
Now, detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We got some really tasty milk.
You want some milk, Gumshoe? How about a card trick, detective?
You are not treating Gumshoe very nice, taking him from here. Oh, well, if you insist, pal. How about that evidence you mentioned? What is it? Here you go, pal. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensics results. Take a look at it later.
Alright, thanks.
Will Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all secret, pal. Don't tell on me now.
Huh?
Look, details are on a need-to-know basis. We're not really allies or anything. Everything that's happened in court up till now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things here just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday our final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. That's for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by until the very end part?
I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh.
Oh, one more thing, pal. Don't scare me like that. Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk.
Just a whole bunch of milk.
Receptionary looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me?
Oh yeah, they know about how you love milk. So they send you a bunch of it.
That's kind of odd.
Well, he always drinks it when he's nervous. So it's like, you must be nervous right now. Here. We want to care for you.
Yeah. Court is now back in session. There you go. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. Also, I'd like to get proof from the defense. Proof as to what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
I like how whenever it's for the defendant, the prosecution doesn't even need to prove their motive. But for the defense, whenever you accuse someone, you have to prove it right then and there.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony.
Now let me get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Very Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone would think Acro would kill the man he held such in high esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Judge, stop it. Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question.
I like how they just keep giving you the ability to agree with the judge and not cross-examine these people.
Yeah. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness.
You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Alright. Bat's scarf, stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper.
There was pepper on that scarf.
We? Yes, my brother and Sean and I. What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro?
I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Very Big Circus.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed.
He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! Sniffle, sniffle.
I think that's for your side. No crying in court. Let's keep going.
Jeez.
He was literally helping you. Why are you whipping him?
Yeah, sniffle. The witness may proceed with his testimony.
I don't think whipping the judge is helping you.
No. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in. So no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come to see us with a laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him.
Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person?
I know. He seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. So then how long have you been a performer? You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No.
It's nearly a household name. Okay, never mind. We're moving forward.
I'm not saying that.
Liar. Okay. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You are truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Yeah.
I didn't want to be a part of that conversation.
I want to find a way to repay the ringmaster. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow!
How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony, or the heartfelt emotions contained within. You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
Ow! Ow! Ow. No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Exactly. I'm waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I'd hate to say it, but I agree with them.
I was trying to trace down the truth, but I ended up looking like a jerk. I think that would be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
Was he really aiming for the ringmaster? Because we even heard he was upset that the ringmaster died.
So it's a no. Yeah, it's a no, right?
I would think that it's a no. We don't need to prove that he was aiming for the trying to kill the ringmaster if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so foolhardily foolish.
Stop it.
Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro! You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with.
What?
Order, order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. What?
This is just telling me that he's getting robbed of a Bon Karma's way of thinking.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what are you trying to do in this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
Yeah, Regina. right?
That's the only person he seems to have a distinctive grudge against. Regina Berry.
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro! You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, "You're wrong." That's it.
That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Jeez. Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro will want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof.
Would that be his brother at the scarf? That's what I'm thinking of, at least.
I feel like the scarf would not come back that soon, right?
I just said his blood brother.
Probably point out the incident.
Maybe. I don't think pointing out the line would help.
Which one should I do?
I don't think the line's specific enough. Let me see.
Probably just this, the no. Yeah, the no.
The no, probably. That seems to make the most sense.
Yeah. That's how you get it started. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat. Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order. Mr. Wright. This little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note.
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to look out, too.
Can't see who he's attacking.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly.
Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish. You're so foolish. You even made me sound like a foolhardy fool.
Stop it.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes. What about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that the note is declaring Regina Barry a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What did you say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron.
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well, then hurry up if that's the case. Tell us about it. What's this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
If I can't answer that question, the judge is gonna think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence. Is that when I show this?
Probably. That's what he had.
What? This is it? Well,
Not it,
kind
apparently.
of figured. Okay, never mind.
I don't know, was it a seasoning bottle? I don't think he had the lion.
Had the lion. Oh, it was the pepper.
Because that was what was on the scarf, at least. What's
Gotta catch up. Oh man, I was pretty far out.
down here?
Objection!
Man, I was really far away. Alright, here we go. Achoo! Okay, judge is sneezing all over the place.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away from it with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion! Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
The brother.
Yeah.
Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him?
You spend your entire life drawing up new ways to be a fool. Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Steen Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tame animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim in an attempted murder. He's the victim in an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. You think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
Was it an accident?
He had pepper on his scarf and stuck his head into a lion.
Yeah, did he place the pepper on the scarf or?
Remember, Regina gave him that scarf. Regina put pepper on the scarf, and then he on his own decided to stick his head into the lion's mouth. The lion smelled pepper and sneezed. Which caused its mouth to close. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. That's just a scarf. Acro! This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
That bird's back.
And a bird attacking my forehead. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You done a good job of fingering a criminal. Why don't you say figuring out a criminal? But out of curiosity,
Because they want to put as many sex jokes in this as possible.
I guess. What was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Doesn't get it.
Von Karma definitely does. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I never heard of them smiling, however.
Lion sneeze. Well, Lion wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What?
You fool!
You gotta be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object, for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you've this theory. You believe it? You really intend to say this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot.
Huh. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. Do you think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves? Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro? You can't mean witness.
Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. So, if he had to dispose of the murder weapon, where would it be? He searched the pile of money things several times, so if it was in there, it would have been found already.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have access to that many spaces. Where would he be able to hide the murder weapon? He definitely brought it back up to him, but he's not able to get down without assistance. So it either need to be in his room or someone he had access to there.
Murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
Hmm.
That thing doesn't just vanish.
The bust.
Nick, you gotta do something.
This is the last step. If I get this right, case is won. I don't feel like it's in his room.
You say that you want to see how things work out.
It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but
Why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma, total justice.
I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned.
A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. We found what you think we found in that room. Acro would be not here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Arg!
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
You just flung it to the ground, they would have found it. Same with his room. Where could he keep it? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do.
It's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is?
Is this the time where Mia says to think crazy?
I don't know. It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Well, you guys don't know where the murder weapon is either.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Ack. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness.
Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to prevent its lace. What? I mean, it's case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I bit my tongue.
Huh? You need time to do what? Ow!
Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. I just made everyone start pointing at you.
Hey, wait, you can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived his life up till now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust right now? Pulled it up to the lodging house. But instantly would have found it. Same if he threw it on the floor. Did he bring it to court with him? That would be strange. Wouldn't people find something covered in blood if you brought it to court?
Yeah.
But it has to exist in somewhere.
Let me see.
He only had access to the area directly outside. So if he decided to ditch it, his only option would have been to throw it into the same area as the murder took place. So that pretty much would make it immediately found. Even if he brought it back up, or if he threw it down.
I think it's on roof. Mo's roof or something.
Mo's roof.
Yeah.
Isn't that just his room?
Yeah, his room. Like, that's why there's a crack in his ceiling.
What did they find in his room? They already searched there.
It's above. So it's that crack in his roof.
Huh. Crack?
Maybe?
The lodging house, the big top.
There's no doubt in my mind the bust is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say.
He better not say.
In fact, allow me to be even more specific as to its location.
Oh my god.
You can find it. Indeed, it is in Mo's room.
That clown, you don't mean.
Why would the bust be in Mo's room? That's simple. I couldn't think of any other rooms it could be in. Ow!
Refrain from making yourself look stupid. Nick, what about where Ben and Trilla were standing?
Maybe she's on to something there.
We searched that room inside out. There was no sign of a bust. So we searched the rooms and the area outside. So that means that all the ones listed as the lodging area would be bad.
So it isn't the lodging room.
All the areas they would say that they've already searched.
So should be somewhere in the big tub?
You wouldn't be able to hide it that many spaces.
Or in the plaza?
The plaza they would send they already searched, right?
Maybe. Let's try it.
They would just send it in the same one.
It's buried in the plaza. Near the scene of the crime and no one noticed it?
How could you possibly think that?
Haven't you ever heard the old saying, it was hiding right under your nose?
Now he sounds even dumber.
That about sums it up.
Now Phoenix sounds even dumber than in the last one.
I should rethink that, shouldn't I? Yes, you should.
Technically, did they ever get permission to search his person?
Should I just say somewhere in this courtroom?
That means it's on him. That's the only place.
Let's do it. Why not? The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust, once and for all.
I kind of want to see you say the judge's bench. Just to be silly.
It's, what? Why did you stop talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should say anything or not. Ow! Under your honor's bench.
You had to think about whether it was a good idea to say that.
Gwah! What did you just say to me? That's a penalty.
Can you do the prosecutor's bench too? Because that's a low. Oh my god, double! You get double for saying the honest bench. Now hurry up and fix things. You do the prosecutor as well. That's funny.
Oh
you
my
get a
god.
double if you say it's in the judge's bench.
What the heck?
Prosecutor.
It's, what? Why did you stop talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should say anything now because I'm under the prosecutor's bench. No, you don't mean that. Miss Von Karma. Ow! 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 Ow!
Oh my god! Nick, get up, Nick! Proceed, Your Honor.
I will when Mr. Wright opens his eyes.
Nick, are you okay?
Who is this girl? This is no time for me to lose my memory. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step.
That was worth it. That was worth the time, right?
The witness stand. Acro! I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient was when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
You fool! How could you? He had it on him.
You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that.
So he's giving credit to Von Karma.
So you got me. Well done, Miss Wright. Mr. Wright. I mean, what? Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense
Miss Wright,
now.
Miss Von Karma.
Mr. Von Karma. I mean, they call her sir anyways.
Can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. She didn't.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. No, I sure couldn't.
Now she's upset that her search ended up this way. I can't believe it. Me? Make a mistake? Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth.
She's upset that she accidentally gave you everything you needed.
Yeah. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro?
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it would be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't get up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. She's still upset that she just made the guy bring in the murder weapon for you.
Yeah. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty.
Well, we figured that out a while ago.
This court is adjourned.
You know, considering Venus has literally won every single case he's had, why aren't people just begging him to be their lawyer yet?
Yeah.
He's literally having months without clients.
Yeah.
Sometimes because he can't even find them.
It's kind of weird. It's like everybody should be going for him.
Yeah, especially because he does these turnarounds.
Yeah. Fabulous!
Like, he's literally being a lawyer to celebrities.
Yeah. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bad. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them. thank you. What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
Did she get slapped whenever the judge said about they will slap people twice if you have to?
I don't
It's
know.
all my fault.
Sweetie pie.
Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Gina, Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? Why can't Acro leave just yet? Is it because he wants to kill Regina still? Or is there another reason?
Nah, it's for his brother, right?
Yeah. He goes there just to see his brother open his eyes.
He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You really sure? I can believe that?
Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
Is that true? Then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
Great, more evidence. I want to know you're not making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge.
Show the brother?
Probably.
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
Bat? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Ah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. That's quite the goal.
Yay, I can't wait.
Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus will be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? What do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Nick!
Maya.
Mia!
Mia! Maya! Mamma Mia. It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here.
Can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats.
Oh yeah, whenever I looked up that Mo's profile, it was saying that he is like a guy that's drowning in sorrows and laughter.
Mm.
I see. What made the case? Yesterday's prize raid paid off just like you said it would. You had it figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. The backdoor really was the killer. I thought this was the only way it could be ended. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright, pal? Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, I forgot who was talking for a second.
Uh-oh.
I could have sworn they start flying. Maybe they do that only in the show. Here's the last episode.
Dun 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 dun. Now the moment y'all have been waiting for. Cliffhanger. Alright, so anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. We'll pick it up in the next one. Wanna thank you for watching. Bye bye.